Hey guys, welcome back to the JTO channel. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this is the fourth time I've had to record this video, fam. I'm not even gonna explain why, but I'm just letting you know because I'm absolutely getting annoyed with myself. I keep butchering my words, fam. I'm not getting things right. I need to get the facts straight. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, enough of me complaining about that. You're here to see a preview, and I'm gonna give you guys that. But before we do start, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. 70% of people who watch my videos are not subscribed, so come on, guys. Subscribe to the channel, and yeah, let's do this. Before I obviously start with the official preview of Lille versus Chelsea, Twitter's been mad today. Football's been mad today. Things around Chelsea have been mad today. Obviously, the first thing I want to talk about real quick is obviously Chelsea. And I think people took this out of context. Chelsea requested to the FA that in their game against Middlesbrough in the FA Cup quarterfinals this Sunday, they play the game without any fans in attendance. Now, I think people took that out of context. People are saying, oh, Chelsea are stupid, Chelsea are disgrace, blah, blah, blah. Look, I don't think Chelsea, would want the game to be played with no fans in it. I think the reason why they asked for that is because they wanted to have a bit more power in negotiations between them and the government because they want to sell tickets to the fans to attend the game. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's weird because in the sanctions, they've sanctioned Roman Abramovich, meaning Chelsea is his asset, so they've had to be sanctioned. Obviously, one of the things that was listed in the sanctioning was they can't sell tickets to the games. Only season ticket holders can attend games. Now, it's funny because already, like, there's 500 to 600 tickets already sold for the away end for Chelsea fans to go to. But at the same time, Chelsea have even offered to give away free tickets to fans if they can't negotiate terms to be able to sell tickets, but for some reason the government haven't spoken on that. So all Chelsea have tried to do is try to inflict power and just have a bit more power in negotiations to make sure that maybe they can sell tickets because that's very, very important for revenue. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, Bruce Buck has revealed that, there is enough money for Chelsea there to last till the end of the season, but Chelsea did end up withdrawing their request to have the game played without any fans. They have requested, they've withdrawn that request, and obviously now fans will be at the stadium. Please don't think that Chelsea wanted the game to actually be played with no fans in it. It's the FA Cup. I think they did want fans to be at the stadium. They did want fans to be at the ground in attendance. It's just they wanted to have a bit more power in negotiations. They just wanted to tempt and sort of just, test the waters a bit to see if the government can, just let them sell tickets. That's all they want, innit? Because in the license, there's got to be some things, altered. There's got to be some things, adjusted. Because if they're not adjusted, boy, it would be finished. You know what I'm saying? In realistic circumstances. But because we're a football club, certain things have to be adjusted. That's really it on that. So don't get too annoyed at Chelsea. They just try to, just test the waters a bit. See if they can allow them to sell tickets and earn some money in match day revenue. That's all. But the reason why they're not going to do that is because obviously they think the money will go to Roman Abramovich, and unless they can prove that the money won't go to him, then it looks like we won't be selling tickets. But I just wanted to talk about real quick. I wanted to talk about that real quick before I started the video. Obviously, Thomas Tuchel and Kai Havertz had done the press conference. Look, I didn't watch the press conference because I can't be asked anymore. Nowadays, press conferences for me are just a waste of time to watch. You'd rather just look at the quotes and see the most important things that he said, and that's all I looked for today. The most important thing I found out from that press conference, obviously, is that team news. Obviously, Reece James is back in training. Callum Hudson-Odoi is back in training. Cesar Azpilicueta and Marcos Alonso are ready to start, but with Reece James and Callum Hudson-Odoi, they would have to see if they were going to be in training for later on. Obviously, on Chelsea's YouTube channel, there was a live training session. I watched it. Callum Hudson-Odoi and Reece James are there, so it looks like we do have a fully fit squad, except for Ben Chilwell, of course. So, yes, Chelsea will be able to travel to Lille with pretty much a full squad except for one tomorrow, and we can travel by plane. We can travel by plane, ladies and gentlemen. We have to travel by a bus. We don't have to take a Eurostar to France. It's okay. Chill out. All this £20,000 you can spend on travel and all this bullshit. Of course, that's going to have to be adjusted as well because I don't think Chelsea could do that. Because Chelsea didn't book a plane to Middlesbrough, it looks like I've seen a report saying that Chelsea are going to have to take a 10-hour bus journey to Middlesbrough. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, wow. Thank God they booked their tickets, the planes, the plane to make sure they get to Lille, because if they didn't, hey, some of the memes I've seen on that is absolutely crazy. But yeah, today's just been crazy, man. Like, even the journalists have been getting cooked. I'm not gonna name who, but yeah, our fan base is mad. Like, they've been so triggered, including myself, by these journalists, just sort of making it as if like Chelsea started the war. There's a difference between Roman Abramovich and Chelsea Football Club, okay? And it's like journalists, since the sanctioning of Roman Abramovich, have decided to take advantage just to slander Chelsea at every opportunity and make it as if it's our fault, as if we're the reason that what's happening in Ukraine is happening. It's just pathetic for me, and it just shows an agenda, and it makes me just want the Saudi owners even more and more, if you know what I mean. So yeah, let's get into the most important part: Lille versus Chelsea. Now, obviously Lille, since we faced them, they played 3 games, they won all 3 games. They beat Lyon away 1-0. I think they drew their recent game 0-0 to Saint Etienne. Obviously, the last time we faced them, they're around mid-table in Liga, 10th. Obviously, since then they've progressed. They're now 6th in the table, and they're doing pretty decent. And they're looking to make sure that they can get in the top 4 spot ahead of the likes of Nice. Who else is there? Olympique Marseille up there as well. I think Monaco up there as well. So yeah, PSG are going to win the league. And Messi got booed. Neymar got booed. But that's not the topic. Anyway, let's get into the predicted lineup now, guys, and what I think the team should be out tomorrow compared to what I think Tuchel will generally do. So yeah, let's do this. Let's go. Mendy in goal for me. Really simple as that. He's in goal. Kepa might have a chance to play at the weekend. Who knows? But there's a good chance Thomas Tuchel might just play a serious team there. But anyway, so yeah, Mendy in goal for me. The back three, pretty easy. I think Rudiger starts at left centre back. Easy one for me. Thiago Silva comes back in the team now after he got his rest over the weekend against Newcastle and plays as the middle centre back. And as the right centre back, I play Andreas Christensen. I think his form recently has been decent. Trevor Chalobah last 2 games has been a bit shaky. Obviously, he could have easily conceded 2 penalties in 2 games. Luckily, he wasn't. So for me, I'll drop him in this game and play our best back 3. At right wing back, Aspilicueta for me comes back in the team. Don't play Reece James. Look after him. We've got an international break coming soon. The last thing I'd want is for Reece James to get injured before an international break. That's all I'm going to say. So for me, keep it safe. Play Aspilicueta. He should be fine. On the left-hand side, Marcos Alonso, left wing back for me. Really simple, really easy, that one. People would maybe advocate for a back 4, but I think tomorrow we just need to go there and sort of see the game out, control the game, not let Lille, create too many chances, because their fans will be up for it. Their fans will probably have belief as well, likely. And you know what? They should, because in the last game, Lille did actually play well against us. And if they can put in a similar performance like that at their home stadium, just with a bit more intensity and actually create chances from it, then they might have a chance tomorrow. So tomorrow, just go there with the mentality to calm down, see the game out, use our experience in the Champions League, and yeah, maybe score a few goals. Who knows? But yeah, that is my back 5. Alonso left wing back, Aspilicueta right wing back, Rudiger, Thiago Silva and Christensen as the back 5. I think Tuchel will actually play that. I don't see how he puts in Trevor Chalobah. I don't see how he puts in Sarr unless it's a back 4. So yeah, I don't see how he puts Reece James in either. Too soon. So yeah, the double pivot for me is where the debate could be. For me, one person has to play, Mateo Kovacic. He got rested over the weekend. Obviously, he came on against Newcastle, but for me, he plays in this game. He's been in unbelievable form this season. He has been clear our best midfielder by like a mile for me this season. Unbelievable game. Now, the other midfielder is a bit tougher. Does it be Kante? Is it Jorginho? Now, in the last game, Kante and Kovacic's parent, I thought, played really well together. But at the same time, you saw how Lille at times did cut through our midfield easily and had like a couple of transitions. But overall, I felt like those two, they recovered well. And I felt like when the defense needed to back them up and do their job, they did their job. So for me tomorrow, it's a bit of an interesting one. We need to go into this game sort of with a calming effect, sort of with an effect to control the game. So for that reason, you don't drop Kante in the Champions League game. But I think Jorginho. Nah, I'm going to go Kante. I've just changed my mind last minute. Before this video, I was thinking Jorginho, but now I'm going to go with Kante. I just feel like those two are best pairing, and I feel like this is a game that we might need to see out tomorrow. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if it is Jorginho, which would probably make a bit more sense, but because it's Champions League, I think Kante will go in. But at the same time, it just could be Kante and Jorginho. Maybe that lineup that Tuchel put out could be a sign of what he could put out for Lille. So it could easily be Kante and Jorginho. it will have better control in midfield. We could see the game out, the intensity is there, the build-up's there, everything's there. Getting out of tight situations is there as well in all three of them. So whoever plays, it doesn't matter. But for me, I'd probably pick Kovacic and Kante. And in my opinion, I think Tuchel will go with Kante and Jorginho. That's just my opinion. But yeah, we're going now to the front three now. This was a bit tough to predict. Straight away, Kai Havertz done his press conference, and when a player does his press conference, the chances of them starting in the game are very, very high. So straight up, Kai Havertz goes up front for me. Now, the two players behind him, the 210 slash guys that can go on the wing, it's a bit tougher for me because you pick Mount, you pick Ziyech, or you pick Christian Pulisic. Now, for me, if Timo Werner doesn't get in this team, he's had 2 games, poor in both of them. Lukaku just doesn't get a start in this team at all. So you think to yourself, who out the 3 will start? Now, for me, I think Mason Mount will start. And I'd probably agree with that too. I think Mason Mount should start, and I think Tuchel will pick him for that tactical understanding, for that ability to drop into the midfield and help out whoever it is between Jorginho, Kante, and Kovacic, to make a midfield 3. Just have that tactical understanding. He has that tactical nous. He works hard. He links up the play very, very well. He picks up these really good positions and drives with the ball at times. And, I'll give it to Mason Mount. I think he should play as one of the 10s tomorrow. The other 10, I'd give it back to Christian Pulisic. Hakim Ziak was okay. Like I said, I don't think he had his best game against Newcastle. I thought he tried, but the reason why I'm not going to put him in is because it's the 3-4-3. He's not as good in it. Christian Pulisic, before his illness, was in good form. He had scored against Lille the last time. He played well. He did okay in the cup final, and obviously he got a goal and assist for against Burnley as well. And I feel like Tuchel said it before. The link up between Kai, Pulisic, and Mason Mount has been very good in the past, and that has proved to shown it. So for me, I'd continue with those 3 because I think only those 3 plus Hakim Ziyech should be the only guys that should probably have competition in terms of who plays on a regular basis, at least for the short term, because you never know. Lukaku's form could change, Werner's form could change. Very unlikely, but anything happens in football. We could get a big injury and rely on those guys in the future, so who knows. But for now, I think those sort of guys, whoever it will be, I think Kai Havertz will play up top. I think Mason Mount will play as well. I think it's just between Ziyech and Pulisic in terms of who Tuchel will pick. But for me, I'd probably pick Christian Pulisic. Give him just I want him to just get another run of games. He hasn't been injured in a while, and I felt like he was in good form before, and has the opportunity again to just show his qualities. That's my predicted lineup. So pretty much Mendy in goal, Rudiger, Thiago Silva, Christensen, Marcos Alonso, Azpilicueta, Kovacic, Kante, Pulisic, Mason Mount, and Kai Havertz up top. In terms of what I think Tuchel will go with, the only changes that I think the only differences between what I think should happen and what Tuchel will do is I think Kovacic won't play, and I think Jorginho will, and I think Christian Pulisic will not play, and I think he's going to play Hakim Ziak instead, so we'll see. A score prediction to finally end it off in. I just think it'll be I think it'll be a 1-1 tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be an easy game. I think Lille will be up for it. I don't think Lille will look to lose. I think it'll be difficult to score against them. And I think at their home ground in France, their fans can get really, really passionate and really, really loud. And I think that could, get their players, Lille's players, up for it. So I think tomorrow is going to be a draw, a 1-1 draw. And I think we'll just go through and, move on to the quarterfinals. So, yeah. Tell me your score prediction down below. Tell me your thoughts on Chelsea requesting the FA to have the game against Middlesbrough with no fans, and obviously they've withdrawn it since then. Tell me your thoughts on all these journalists and all these reports and making out as if Chelsea have started the war. And tell me your thoughts on, my lineup. If you disagreed with anything, put yours down below and tell me your score prediction as well. Like, comment, subscribe, turn those post notifications, follow my social media down below, and hopefully Chelsea do get the win tomorrow. I'll see you lot in my player ratings video and my match review. Come on, you Blues. Let's just get through to the quarterfinals. And yeah, I'll see you lot tomorrow. Peace.